Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. This session focuses on what is diglossia. I hope and expect by the end of this session you would have an understanding of the term and how does it operate in certain societies. Well, my dear students, the term diglossia itself was introduced for the first time in 1959 by a linguist, Charles Ferguson. Diglossia is a term that is used in order to describe the situation that is found in different places such as in Greek, the Arabic-speaking part of the world, German-speaking Switzerland, and the island of Haiti. This is a particular kind of language situation where, in all these societies that I have referred to, two varieties of the same language are used for two different types of functions or purposes. One is considered to be the high variety, the other the low variety. The high variety is a form of language that is a standardized form, that is considered to be more formal form, that is used for writing purposes, as compared to the low variety that is informal, that is also considered to be substandard, and that is mostly not used for writing. These two varieties of the same language in a diglossic situation are either called high and low varieties, or they are called standard and vernaculars. When it comes to technically defining the term diglossia, Ferguson's definition for diglossia is that it is a relatively stable language situation in which, in addition to the primary dialects of the language, there is a very divergent, highly codified, superposed variety. There are a couple of important aspects of this definition. The first thing that you need to remember, according to this definition about diglossia, is that diglossia is a relatively stable language condition. So, it's not an unstable condition which would keep on changing, which would keep on varying. It is rather regularized and stabilized in the sense that it remains so for long periods of time. Secondly, alongside the primary dialects, the basic dialects, the varieties of vernaculars that are used in that society, a variety of language also exists that is more standard, that is more codified, that is highly codified, and that is the superposed variety, which means that is used for all the official or for the government purposes as well. So, this variety is the vehicle of a large and respected body of written literature. All the literature of that language is written in this high variety, not in the lower variety or varieties. It is also learned through education. Now, this is what makes a difference in a high variety and a low variety, or in a standard language and the vernacular, that the vernacular or the low variety is learned in the family. This is learned as a mother tongue. This comes as a first language. Whereas the high variety is a very formal variety and it is learned through formalized processes, which means it comes through education. So it is used for all the formal occasions, both for spoken and for written, and it is not used for everyday conversations or for conversations in the family or on the street. Well, my dear students, Ferguson is quite specific about, this term or this condition, diglossia. According to him, high and low varieties should belong to the same language. They are not two different languages. They are the same language, but the varieties are different, one being more formal, the other being not formal, one being in the standardized form, the other being not standardized, one that is used for writing, the other that is not used for writing. Low variety, as I have already said, is learned as a mother tongue, whereas high variety comes through education at school. Now, it is very interesting that the speakers of the high variety of this language, they think that they do not know the grammar of the low variety. They only know the grammar of the high variety of language. However, it is very interesting that they can speak, and they do speak, the low variety, very fluently. though their belief, as far as their attitude or belief is concerned, their belief is that, the low variety is a corrupted form of language. I would give you the example of the Arabic diglossic community where, two forms of Arabic are used. In fact, the low variety form has various dialects in it that vary from region to region, area to area, and groups of people to groups of people. Whereas there is this one high, variety of Arabic that is used for all the formal discourse. As far as the uses of, high and low varieties are concerned, there are certain functions and uses that are, particular or peculiar to the high variety, and in the same way, some uses are peculiar to the low varieties. Let's see what those are. High variety uses include higher education, business, also newspapers, all the print media, it would have, the use of high variety. Media broadcasts, such as on television or radio. Sermons that would be delivered, they would also be in the high formalized variety. Formal lectures that would be delivered by academics or specialists, etc., they would always be in the high variety. Also writing, be it, any kind of formal writing, plus, literature, all comes in high variety. Well, as it comes to the low variety uses, there are particular uses that are associated with the low variety. For example, everyday life, the street talk, the family conversations, they all are, carried out in low variety. So it is used at home, it is used with the family, it is used on the street, it is used at the marketplace, and, it is also used with the friends. So, diglossia is a linguistic situation where the high and the low varieties of the same language are kept completely separate in terms of uses and functions.